Hello, namaste. I'm Darun. This is going to be an experiment. It's a course for mindfulness. I guess mindfulness. Let's see. Wasn't there a chart? Yeah. Between stimulus and response, there is space. In that space, our power to choose. Our response. Our response lies. In our response lies our growth and freedom. Yeah, so something happens, and typically you have a reaction. But with mindfulness, something happens, then you're in mindfulness. You're mindful, and then you respond with a choice, as it were. So we're gonna try and apply this to Blood Bowl. So basically, I'm gonna play Chaos because I have one done up already. They only have one win, but whatever. So the idea is to slow everything down and to just kind of focus on the moment, right? To not play on autopilot, which I just tend to do like 9 times out of 10. I just start hitting shit and my brain works very quick. It's all like pre-programmed, but the idea is to stop. And there's 3-minute turns. So the idea is the first minute, all I'm going to do is assess. All I'm going to do is look at the board. I'm going to try and work stuff out. Hopefully chat will help. And they'll point stuff out. And we can work it all out together. And we'll see how this goes. I only have to do it for this week. But I don't know. If for some reason this takes off, maybe I'll keep doing it. But it's the end of the season, so there's no playoff implications to think of. We just play some games and try and litigate? Not litigate. What's the word? Or manage, I guess. Manage our response. So the idea is, to stop, like, oh, tilt, double skulls, stop, take a breath, count to 5 or something. Just take it in, try and reassess quickly, because you only got 15 seconds. And then move on and let it go. And just try and live in the moment, with no judgments. Try not to beat yourself up for having a bad play. But we'll see how this experiment goes. Again, I only have to do it for a week, so it's my homework from my course. But hopefully Chad will speak up and make this more fun. I turned off the music too. Let me put these on YouTube as well. Now I asked what would be a good thing to do, because they said, apply mindfulness to a daily task every day or whatever, right? And it's like, well, I said, video games count? I said, they're usually running like an hour and a half. I said, well, she said it was alright, so it's a little long to try and stay in the moment or whatever. Play the game moment by moment. So anyway. So again, alright, we're down 150 TV. It's not the end of the world. It's Nurgle, so they could be as bad as me. There's no beast. Hello, namaste, Crispy. Namaste. This is the mindfulness stream, where we're going to slow things down, live in the moment, and take each play as they come. So we have Killer in development and 2 blocks. Alright. 3 rerolls. Terrible record. What's the name of this team again? So he won that one. Did he concede? Nope. Just lost. Yeah, just lost. Alright, so we've got 150 bank to spend. We should keep our bank. We have no Appos, so there's a consideration. But we also have no levels. So there's nothing really to get, yeah, excited about. Well, this is Darren trying to become healthy. So we're just gonna take a wizard. We're gonna be optimists. We're gonna say, oh, we're gonna fill our tool bag with a pretty big tool. We'll see what we can do. So again, I think I have the animations turned off, which is fine. Because if I'm going to be pausing every turn for a minute, again, this is a work in progress. So this is the exercise to slow it down. No, for now we're just working on me. So I get the ball, which is nice. So we'll see what he does. He shouldn't go big on the line. It should just be 3 rotters. He has a bench too. That's nice for him. Seems to be playing a little deep. Warriors move 5, not 4, on my side of the ball. Again, I'm the much faster team. Well, not much faster, but I am faster. He only has 3 6 movements. I have 7. All right, so we're gonna take her easy here. I'm gonna set up some Chaos Warrior shots. Both blocks are in the middle. We've got a rotter in the middle. The rotter would not be the worst thing in the world to blitz. This is the setup. I knew I was gonna pause for a minute, but not on the setup. Clock just runs, so. Try and put back some guys who have some SPP. Oh, you have 5. Get back here. Maybe we get a free reroll, and we can attempt a vanity pass to level him. Yeah, let's not load up on the line. It hasn't been working out very well lately. I've been getting hit with a lot of perfect defenses and blitz. So let's keep a fair amount of pieces loose. And we do get a free reroll. Look at that. And it lands right next to the guy I want to level. So okay. So let's think about this for a second. Again, I'm trying to shut off the autopilot and think things through. So obviously, this is what I usually do. We go hit, 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 if all that goes well. Of course, these guys are here to clean up. So if we get a push, we can hit again. We get a push, we can hit again. So on and so forth, back and forth, clean up the line. Now, he has a bench, so it's usually not a good idea to go after disturbing presence with foul appearance with your blitzes anyway, because you don't want to reroll those. You can't really, unless it's something critical. So instead, one of these beasts back here will just blitz this rotter, and then we'll come back a bit, and then I'll attempt. If I get a clean scoop on the ball, I will attempt to pass. And he can't get at me at all. So, alright, so we've got a minute in, we've thought about it, now we're going to execute. Keep them off me, I guess. Alright, push. Stay, of course. Try this one. Alright, another push. I've been doing things. I've been having bad days and trying to work through them. Alright, another push. Alright, so this changes the plan. Now that we didn't get somebody on the line, that guy's going to be our blitz. So he's actually going to be a triple die. Provided I can... Well, no, I just push this guy off if I don't get him, so... Alright, I did get him. But if I didn't... So, did I leave anybody with any S... Okay, here's a guy with 2 SPP, so we're going to have him do it. That's unfortunate. I have to let that go. Can't have everything. I'm actually going to put him up here to screen a little bit, to limit his movement even more. Yeah, these guys move 4, so he can mark, so I'm actually going to bring this guy back 1. Bring all these guys back 1 square. So if he wants to use his warriors on these guys, he's got to roll GFIs. And we're going to try and pick up. If we do, we'll go for the pass. If we don't, we'll let it go. Because the ball is safe. We don't have anything to worry about right now. So, again. See, this is what I would have done. He's playing just like I used to. He's like, blitz, blitz, kill. No, we're not going to do that today. We're going to take our time. We're going to get KO'd. It's a little annoying. But he does have Mighty Blow. And he didn't even need it. His natural rolls were good enough. So that was going to happen regardless. And with all this disturbing presence, of course, really hampers your passing game. Not that I have one. Not that Chaos should ever have one. But let's go on Elf screen here. He's doubling up everywhere. It's okay with that. We got some time. We could Fireball. That is an option. We could get the Killer and a block warrior or 2 block warriors. But it's too early. It's too early to do Fireballs. So we're going to look again. Obviously, we've got this relic from turn 1. So we'll bat him around till he goes down. And then we need another target to blitz. Now, in theory, because we blitz at strength 4, I can go after a Pestigore, which I don't think is terrible. Before I do that, I'll have to swing somebody over here to help protect this ball a little bit. And hopefully this won't take many blocks. Hopefully it just gets done on 1. And then I'll be able to use some of these warriors to help screen off and block stuff off. And maybe set up some hits for next turn off these Rotters. But we'll see. We'll see how it all pans out. So anyway, let's get going. That's... okay, so let's think for a second. It's the first block of the turn. I got 4 rerolls. I got 1 off the kickoff. So yeah, I think this is an okay spot to reroll. Now, because of that fail, though, we have to change up our plan a little bit. We have to go in the ball protection mode a little sooner. And we're still pretty good. I don't want to open up this wing to him. But I should pull this guy back a little bit. Reason being, of course, so this guy doesn't get an easy mark. Oh, the Rotter has an easy mark as well, so we'll pull him back 1 more. Alright, and now we'll attempt another block on this guy. Get another push. I was hoping it wouldn't take this many blocks, but it has. And, wow, we may not even get him. Because now, he doesn't have an assist. So now we need to figure out, is it worth swinging this guy over, or do we do our blitz play? Well, if we do our blitz play, I think, can we? No. Well, all I need to do is mark him, I guess. Yeah, so we'll mark. We'll do our blitz because it's a Pestigore, right? If we get a Pestigore, that's always good, right? Where do we put him? I want him to go backwards, so we'll just go right backwards. We'll keep him tied up. Alright, we got a stun. Let's look at this. He can double GFI to mark, which is the same as him. Okay, so everything seems pretty safe over there, so we're going to mark this guy and we're going to take this hit. And we finally took 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, but we got him. Took a little while. Got another stun. Alright. Attempt to get the ball again. And we failed again. Alright. But again, the ball is still safe. So. It's going to blitz a warrior. I don't think that's a good use of his guy. Instead of making armor 8, armor 7, you're making armor 9, armor 8. And then you get a push, so... And this is a little aggressive as well. He doesn't really have a way to protect that guy, so now I'm going to get a shot at his killer if I want it. Four plus last 2 turns. 6. I don't know what you're going on about, Crispy. You had me at a loss. Seems to want to keep his warriors spread out. He's seems to be a little afraid of the passing game, which doesn't exist for my team. So, I mean, it's your standard 3+3+ passing game. So. It's not a whole lot to get excited about. Now, if this guy stands up, he gets surfed, right? So we're going to take this minute. And we're just going to look at the board. So this guy gets surfed, like, automatically. It's just a simple push blitz, but it eats his blitz. But I'm already down a guy, so that's not the way to go. This guy is probably going to move over 1 to help screen these guys. And then... I could even move a warrior up in here, because that's a rotter. I'm not worried about a rotter. There is a way to get 2 hits on this guy. Actually, 3. So yeah, I'm liking that a lot, actually. If we come around this way with this guy, even if we get a push, we can still get 2 more hits on this guy. Perhaps. Okay, I had to read Crispy's comment, so I lost some time there. But now we're going to do a move. We're going to move him over here. He seems to be really concerned about this, so I'm going to move this guy into this rotter range. Just kind of a little distraction up here. Now we're going to do this blitz. And again, pushes are fine. We'll still get 2 more opportunities. And we'll follow him in. There we go, we got him. And I don't actually have to move, so we'll stay where we are. And we killed him. A little bit of an unexpected bonus. And he didn't regen, so killer gone. One less thing I have to worry about this game, which is pretty good. So now, at the end of our turn, we have an option to dodge out this, possibly. Maybe later, Crispy. I'm going to have some time to kill before Survivor comes on, so maybe I'll start a run. And that was our blitz as well. So we're going to move this warrior over here. Now we're going to screen him a little bit. We'll see how he likes it. And I kind of blocked this rotter, which is a little unfortunate. But we'll double up on this one. And again, this is the intended ball carrier. So we're going to bring him over here. We're going to try and make this play with the ball for the third time. He just doesn't want to pick it up. Is it okay to let this go? I'm not going to be able to pass, so I think I have to try. It is turn 3, and I still don't have the ball. So naturally... Okay. Stop. Take a minute. I was just about to get tilted. It happens. He didn't blitz with this guy. So he's not really going to apply any ball pressure, it looks like. Because he had to use he came from too far back with too much movement to get up here. So he's not really... I am in a lot of trouble next turn, which is probably why it would have been nice to pick it up that turn. But I did try the reroll, and I just didn't get it. So there's a 1 and 9 that doesn't hurt. Because he has block. Again, I've only played one game with this team, so I have no levels. I don't even have an Apo. Because I didn't think it was worth buying. Looks like he's just going to leave that Beastman alone. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to keep a Pestigore over there to play with him, so... It definitely looked like it was just going to... If the Rotter didn't cover him, nobody was going to, right? So, okay, don't react. I was just about to start... I almost went on autopilot again. Let's look. Let's look. Chat, feel free to chime in whenever you like as well. So we have to pick it up this turn. This is the big problem, right? So he's going to have to come back to help screen. These guys are just going to stand up. This is an easy block. This guy, I don't know what to do with this guy, honestly. He can't tag anything. He can just kind of mark this guy. That might be his best move. Just so he's doing something. Because it's not like I'm going to bomb a pass over top of all this disturbing presence to him as a receiver, so... That doesn't make a lot of sense. So he's going to eat a 2-die next turn. And I have my blitz. He's got to come back. One of these guys might be available to blitz, but then who would they blitz? It's got to be something over here, right? Or maybe this guy just stands up and blitzes. Because the only other option is this guy blitzes. Which is not terrible, actually. Actually, that's probably what I'm going to go with. Yeah, because this guy will stand up. This guy will mark. So I'm going to lose the guy I wanted to score with, because I'm going to have to use him for something else. We'll bring this guy over. Alright, we're going to screen back with this guy. Oh, can't screen that far. Now we're going to throw this blitz. Go after his most likely scoring target. And we got him. We'll keep pieces tied up. Score another stun. Alright, so now the board has shifted a little bit. These guys are going to be tied up. He's going to free up one of these guys. But let's make sure it's not going to be who he wants. So I'm going to move this guy back here. He can bring this Rotter down and still get his 2 dies, but then neither one of these will be able to do anything on the play. This guy can actually block him from the front, which is good. And by front, I mean back. And we still have our 2 rerolls. Now, here's the question. I think we go with this guy, because if he gets it, he can mark this guy. Which should be good. Again. I have to get the ball, though, don't I? But I won't have a reroll. I'm so far in though, I don't think I can let it go. That KO is pretty big. Oh, I don't have to wizard. I can not score this half and still come back. It just won't. It's not preferable. The wizard, it gives me a chance to steal during his half. So, all right, this will be his fourth. Oh, this will be his fifth attempt because I did reroll it once. So let's see what he does. No, he just doesn't like the ball. He doesn't want that level. Not that I'm going to pass with him at this point anyway. The pressure's off there. He will not be making a pass. So. But the death is good. The death eliminates his bench. He definitely will not have a bench in the second half. The KO means he could even be down a player. I'm down a player as well, if I do recall. Yes, he did get a KO on me early. So there's worst cases, I'm down one. Best case is he's down one, as it stands. So he goes to the one die blitz. And so I assume, yeah, he's going to mark. She'll give the guy in the middle 2 die. And if he stays, then the other guy will get 2 die. It's pretty straightforward bash strategy. Oh, he gets a second KO. So now I'm back to being... No, we're both down 2 for this drive. Right. But now I could be down 2. That's why block is good. You feel like you can take those. He didn't get me, though. No block on this one, though. So now he's going to eat it. Alright, so now let's stop and look again. So I've had 5 chances to pick up this ball. I know it's turn 5, but I re-rolled once, and he failed it, so... Still haven't picked it up. It's a little frustrating. I gotta keep these warriors busy. So he's gonna move over again. He probably just stands up. Now I've got to worry about this guy, right? I'm in a little bit of trouble now, because he won't be able to do anything this turn, but next turn he could be in position to really screw up my game. So he's probably going to come over one. He just has to keep him busy, so he's just going to step back in. This is kind of a wash, isn't it? Again, it's going to come down to this guy picking up the ball. I am going to have to go this way as well. I have to go to the right. There's just too much of his team over here to deal with, so let's start setting some guys up. Excuse me. I'm just bringing him over to bring him into the play, to limit his options just a little bit more. And you know what? Maybe we keep this guy here and blitz with him. Because we're going to blitz the rodder in the middle. He's going to have this one loose rodder. But I can't really commit a guy to take him out, can I? Because now we're even pieces again. Best thing I'm going to be able to do is screen him. So let's hope this actually works for once. Alright, we got a hit. We're going to put him over here. We'll stay put. Now we're going to attempt to get the ball yet again. Because this has been so exciting and fruitful so far. And I have to re-roll it. I'm running out of turns. I'm not going to be able to get it down the field. So it only took me 7 tries to get the ball. That's not terrible. I can't hand off. I just realized I'm in a disturbing presence. So yeah, the handoff is terrible. Yeah. What are his options? Let's take a look now. Now this guy's free. and come back here. But I won't give him 2 here. It only gives him 2 here. Which he might have anyway, actually, because of this guy. He could dodge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, you can't actually hit the ball carrier. You could hit this guy, perhaps, but not the ball carrier. I mean, it'd be amazing if I could get a 1 die, but if I don't, it's over, isn't it? So I think I just have to keep him there for an option. I'm not seeing anything better. A bolt isn't really going to matter. No. Can't believe I used all my rerolls though. It feels kind of bad. Took me 7 attempts to pick up the ball. It's trying me. It's testing my patience. It's testing my mindfulness. But keep it slow. Try and keep my head on. Alright. And a push, see? Okay, so this was... As it turns out, it was the right play. Kind of depends what happens here, because he's going to throw this block, right? Because he has block. Oh, that's not going to help me at all. It's going to make it really difficult now. If you're just joining us, namaste. This is the Mindfulness Blood Bowl stream. We're going to slow everything down and try and live in the moment. We're going to try not to tilt off the planet. Try and make some correct plays. Alright, so we're going to take a minute. We're going to look around. This guy gets blitzed. Question is by who? This guy, I would imagine. Can't risk any kind of handoff with the ball. This guy just stands up. He's going to have to eat this. I've only got this beastman here. And this is a Pestigore. Man, I would love to blitz him too, but I think I have to blitz his friend. I could just stand him up and mark his friend, but then what do I do about these two guys? This guy could screen here, which might be enough actually, because he doesn't. This guy doesn't move very far, right? Yeah. And he's just gonna have to jump in here and eat a block from these two. So you know what? We are gonna blitz this guy. He's the bigger problem when it comes to scoring for me, as opposed to being scored on. So alright. So he's gonna stand up. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna dive in. I'm gonna move the ball, not to there, I guess. Nope, not to there, I guess. To here. Which puts him double GFI range on him. So if we bring him up to here, screen him off, and then we try and push this guy off here and mark this guy at the same time. And wow, might actually work. That was not terrible. And there's, of course, I'm not going to throw 1 die into a block. I'm not. This is kind of irrelevant, so I'd rather just keep it tied up. could blitz and mark, but that's fine. I got 4 strength on my blitz, so I can still clear him. Provided... Oh, he doesn't even blitz. Okay. He's got another idea. Pestigore dodge? I think there's a GFI on the end of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a GFI, so that's 2 rolls. Again, I kind of give up a block here, but it keeps both routers busy, right? I'd rather him take that block than just be able to freely move one of them. Because I was always going to mark 1, right? But why not mark 2? Take that block. And then he doesn't get to freely move the second router. He has to throw his block. It's all about risk management, right? So yeah, he's going a slightly different route than I thought of, but it's still a GFI blitz either way. The reroll's gone, and he got me. Hopefully he'll be okay and catch the ball. That'd be pretty sweet. It's not likely with the disturbing presence. I'm going to continue to be patient. I'm not going to use the wizard. He seems happy to continue to throw dice, so we'll just let him. Alright, so again, stop. I was just, woo, it's so hard. I just want to start clicking on pieces. Alright, so the play, this guy just stands, ties him up. This is the blitz to clear him, and it's 1 step back and 5 steps forward. But it leaves us with the problem of this router. He is going to be free. Because we can stand this guy up and get a 2-die here. It could go, I think setting up a 2-die here is terrible because it's kind of irrelevant. So this guy is going to have to go somewhere. Probably up to here. Because he would tie up this Pestigore. Now do I tie him up? If I put him here, it's to help me score. If I put him here, it's to stop him. Right? But I have to make the move before I do anything over here because I have no rerolls. So I have to do any safe moves first. So what's the likely outcome? Well, we're talking 3 pluses for the most part. So the likely outcome is to get the ball. So the likely outcome is to try and score. So we'll stay positive. We'll go with the likely outcome that I would score. So we bring him up. He's going to get hit, but it still only leaves... Oh, no, he blitzes with him, but he probably shouldn't. So get him up. So we are going to instantly give up a 1-die if everything works out perfect, but... there's not a ton I can do about it. The question is, where do we put this guy? If we put him here... he stands him up. Yeah, he still doesn't get any help with this guy, and we actually block him a little bit, so we'll put him here. Of course we have to follow. And we can actually dart ahead a bit ourselves. That's a little risky, given my history with picking up the ball this game. And I think I have to go for the pickup next. And maybe we can actually not take 7 attempts. No. Wow, so that's 7 drops and 1 pickup so far. Feels kind of bad, not gonna lie. I really needed all that. Oh man. Oh, I would have needed a GFI as well, just to get in scoring range. Yeah, so it was pretty terrible. But we're not very likely to get scored on, I don't think, so... And that may be relevant in the second half. So we still have our wizard. Everything's good. Everything's okay. So let's stop, take another minute. This could be the blitz, but he has block. We cannot score, correct? Just gonna double check. Taking a minute, so might as well double check. Cannot score. Alright. He can technically score because of this guy, but I'm not really worried about it. He's got to get somebody to pass him the ball, and it has to be either this rodder. No, I want to look at the rodder. There you go. So if he does nothing, it's a 4+ with a 2+ to pick up. And he has to dodge out as well. So it's really this guy, and he has problems as well. So, but we're actually, if we stand this guy up, we're going to be able to hit this guy. So this is not going to be a problem. Unless we dub skull it, of course. We get a couple attempts to take this warrior down. I still haven't figured out... I could blitz this rodder. You know, the rodder might be better than the warrior. Because I could try and pick this up, and if I do, I could just move him up here. Of course, that opens up the possibility of this throw. Because if he doesn't go down, there's a blitz opportunity. So maybe he just stays put. Yeah, that's probably better. So stand him up. Stand him up. I almost feel like just leaving the ball alone, but that's pretty terrible. I'm actually going to move him down here. It's a little worse spot for him. But this is our biggest problem right now, so we'll try and hit him. And we do. And we'll follow. And we've got a couple nice hits here. And we'll follow. I just opened up something I didn't realize. This is a GFI blitz though, so I don't like that very much. We can bring him back here though and go after this rodder. Go for the guy who's has the biggest upside if you were to break armor. So that'd be the rodder. Just a stun. We have this one die, but is there a surf possible? He'd have to double one die to surf this guy. I think we just play it safe and stand still. We might eat a hit here, but it's better to put the onus on him than on me. So he's going after Warrior, which is, again, I don't think correct, because Armor 9 is so much harder to break than Armor 8. I mean, I understand if you get Cash in Armor 9, it's great, but you're just so much less likely to do it. I guess you get that extra assist as well. But I got a free shot on Armor 9, so we're going to halftime. I see some KOs got up. Looks like one of mine did not. Oh, all three of mine did not. Well, that's pretty terrible. I'm going to need a minute to breathe. So I try not to let that tilt me off the planet. But it's pretty terrible. It's definitely going to make my job a lot harder. In fact, I have to put up guys with... to put up one of my SPP guys. I'm going to have to play this aggressive, too. If anybody disagrees with me in the chat, feel free to tell me so and why. The reason I want to play it aggressive uh, is if he gets an opportunity to quickly score and I can make that happen, I probably have to go for the draw. I realize I still have a wizard, but if he scores quickly, I might get KOs back, which might make the draw more likely. But if he just turns this into a grind, I'm probably going to have to wizard early with a fireball, which is not ideal. It's actually pretty terrible if I have to rely on a fireball to give me a chance to get in this game, but... Well, hey, dude. Thanks for saying hi. I'd like this to be more interactive. As I said at the start of the game, of the stream even, I'm taking a mindfulness course, so I'm just trying to teach you to stay in the moment and not to help with depression, so you don't spiral and go negative all the time. And Blood Bowl has a tendency to make me very negative. So I thought this would be a good exercise to try and apply it to this. See? He got KO'd, which I actually it's very helpful. It's actually a good sign. Now I'm only down 2 players instead of 3. Scratch that. Now I'm down 3 again. So I'm back in a situation where it might be favorable to get him to score quickly. But I have so few players now. It's going to be tough to force him to do that. And Deathween, if you feel like supporting the channel, hit that follow button. Always appreciated. The negative side in me wants to just harp about how he's going to pick the ball up on his first try. And I dropped it 7 times in the first half, picked it up once. Which would normally have me raging off the planet by now, but I'm actually pretty calm. So maybe this mindful stuff is helping a little bit. Oh, I got them turned off just because I can turn them back on. If it will entertain you more, I will turn them back on. I don't mind. We're supposed to be taking our time anyway, so. A little armor animation. That's okay. So let's see, we can stand this guy up, but he just gets hit again. Is there a way in to attack the ball? I can get at the ball a little bit. If I do this, and a GFI, I force him to do a play. Now, unfortunately, that sends him in all alone, and there's not a whole lot of ways I can protect him. And it's PS4, Crispy. It's not Xbox. Can't really afford to tie pieces up. I have to keep my team loose. I don't exactly like having a warrior over this way, but he's kind of my best option to start swinging around the backside. So I guess we're going to stand him up. We'll start swinging this guy around. I really haven't decided what to do with the rest of my team yet, though. If I don't commit over here now and the blitz fails, he just sets up and goes. So I guess I've got to set up a little bit. I just have so few pieces. Makes it rather difficult to plan anything out. Do we need a knockdown here? Oh. Thanks for the follow. Oh, 1 and 9. You know what? It's turn 9. I'm going to have to eat this. Yeah. No. No lucky armor break, at least for him. He instantly rerolls, which is good. Bumbled. It's much more popular on PS4, but that's in compare. It's like 2-to-1 player base from PS4 versus Xbox, but of course from PS4 to PC, it's more like 7, 8, 9, 10 times the player base. So that's why we still hope for cross-platform, but I do have Borderlands downloaded on PS3. I just picked it up for $5 on PS3 so I could transfer my save file. So now he doesn't have a reroll. So now he doesn't even have the option, which is kind of good. Did not have the struggles I did. I'm guessing this other Pestigore must come close the corner. Or this guy. They swap around. Somebody's got to close the back corner. Again, he's worried about the wizard. See, this is why the wizard is so good. This is not your grandma's cage. Alright, so let's take a second again. This guy can't do much of anything. He's got a warrior on either side of him, so all he's going to do is stand up and take a hit. This guy, unfortunately, he can't be the blitz. So he's just going to stand up as well. This guy, I don't think I want to tie anybody. I can only tie people up if I'm going to attack the ball. And I don't think I can't attack the ball directly. All I can do is attack the corner. And there's no good corner to attack, to be honest, because there's nobody to help back me up. So I'm just basically going to take a shot. I may even want to try and dodge this guy out if I can. But since we're not... You know, he may be good right where he is, but we'll put him in front of this guy. You're just going to get up. This could lead to a surf, I'm well aware. But he's if he does, because of the strength 4, he's going to have to commit some pieces. And that's okay. I can't attack from this side. So let's just pull him over. It's not like he can take off on me, so... But we're going to come up a bit. You know what, let's pull him up all the way. We'll attack this guy here. This will be the one we attack, because, yeah. It'll keep him busy on him, so. Alright, just the push. Not ideal. But we can still get a mark on the ball. And I guess this guy doesn't dodge now, because he keeps this warrior busy. And we'll see what unfolds. So that's actually very good for us. Obviously he wanted the block piece to blitz with, but now he doesn't get it. So now he's going to go without block. He gets it anyway, but it just makes it more nerve-wracking. And he's chaining his blocks. Okay, there he gets me. Yeah, looks like he's going to play the long game. He's not going to score early if he can help it. Which is better for me. In the sense that I get to try more things. Yeah, I probably did. You're probably not wrong, but I didn't have a bench coming in, and I'm down 4 players, so it's only 7 players. I kind of have to make a choice. I don't have enough to just cover everything, right? That's all right, dude. Your English is better than my dice, so it's all good. Now, we've got to mark again. If I blitz through this guy and get him, I can mark the ball again. I don't see much point. I could bolt him, but this guy right here, it's not great. This guy just stands up. This guy stands up. If he blitzed... What, that your English was better than my dice? How's that insulting? Sorry, my throat's giving me trouble. Or what's the other option? I could just knock this guy down. Then I could blitz this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he goes down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do double GFI to mark then. Which is not as good. But this guy could be down and stunned, and this guy would be loose, perhaps. Mind you, then this guy just stands up. This is kind of bad. He's got too much stuff over here. So again, it's just, I'm so outmanned right now. Being down 3 guys is pretty tough. It's 10 versus 7 right now. There is a play to just 1, 2, but that's not very good because of the dodge. I think I'm just going to play it safe because I have the wizard. I'm going to mark the ball again. And he seems pretty quick to reroll, so let's see if that leads to anything. I'm actually going to pull this guy back 1 more because the riders can move 5. I'm going to let it go. No, I can't get there. Alright, so we're not going to get up there this time. I guess I'll just pull him back in. I'm losing control on the ball, which feels bad. I think I'll tie up this warrior just to make this side a little messier. But this one's going to stay loose. Yeah, another turn that didn't go so good. Again, the longer I hold on to that wizard, the more he has to think about, though. The more likely every turn it is going to come down. Yeah, but I don't want to do 2 GFIs. I just think it's a little too risky still at this point. We've still got lots of time left. There's still 5 turns. I won't feel the crunch till we're at 3, so... Excuse me. Alright, so he blitzes the warrior. That's unfortunate. Now is not the time for a random armor 9 break, because now he's going to be able to set up over here. Now he's almost forcing the wizard, depending on how the rest of his turn goes. But it probably goes pretty well, I would think. Just gonna mark him. It's something I did in UKBBL, which I didn't realize because it's actually never happened to me. But if you fireball one of your own players and you knock them down, it ends your turn. I've actually never had it happen, so I didn't know. Hi, kitty. Yes, you have food. Alright, so what is the play? It's probably going to have to be a wizard. This guy cannot score right now, but this guy can. So either I have to attack this guy, but now he's going to be able to get deep, which is going to ruin my opportunity to counter score and win. I could wizard these 4 players, but it does 0 to help with the ball, does it? Other than if I got this guy or this guy, then I could blitz this guy, but I couldn't actually get the ball. I got to play with my guy in the wizard, but again, if he gets hit by the fireball, I could just bolt this guy out into a 3+ dodge. That's an option. I mean, I could fireball as well, take a 50-50 on either one. Either one goes down, it's okay. But obviously this guy's... You know what? We'll just do the... we'll try the bolt. Maybe we get a removal. No, no removal. Alright, so we're going to go with him up. So we're kind of all in on recover. Everything's marked, so anything I do is going to require a dodge. So, I guess we just go for it at this point. And we fail the dodge. This is why I haven't re-rolled anything yet, though. I wanted my re-rolls. Both down we will take, absolutely. But it's only a push. So we're going to double mark him. I think I have one more movement to give. Yeah, I do. So we'll go this way. Now I could use to get this guy free. Getting this guy free would be helpful. Alright, so that's good. Might as well just take this block. It is both down, but I don't want to go down, so I'm just going to leave him loose. If he comes back, fine. But now it gives me an option to run around this way. Actually, I'm going to try these GFIs. Well, I didn't even get the first one, so... I was going to try and mark him here. I realized I could have marked him here, but... if I mark him from the top, it pins him right in. Because he's got a pretty easy play to get rid of me. But I'm just making him roll dice. I mean, you saw how bad they were for me in the first half. It took me 7 attempts before I picked up the ball. So, it could happen. Something could just not go his way. He pushes okay, though. He's going to get surfed next turn. Another push. Staying on the feet is good. He can't... well, he could potato, but again, I'm left with a dodge blitz. I don't think he wants... no, he can... can he... oh, he can just set up a cage now. Yeah. Now the wizard's gone. He can just go ahead and cage if he wants. Oh, he's not going to. Ooh, I think that's a mistake. You could have put this guy over here, moved this warrior down. The Rodder's already there. Back this guy up. He's got a proper cage. Bang. Just like that. Instead, there's going to be an opening. He's not going to foul. That's a little silly. Yeah. There's still an opening here, by the way. Alright, so he might be better off dodging at some point. He's gonna get surfed unless I get to a point in the turn where I can try and dodge him at the end. He's gonna get surfed, so I have to kind of forget about him. He's just gonna stand up. This guy, actually, he can mark this guy, which will help protect this guy. I think he just stands up. He just stands up, but him standing up is important because he's gonna mark this guy, right? Which means if I come in from this square, 2, bam, I'm going to get 2 die. So right now it's only 1, but as soon as I stand him up, I'm going to get 2. So I'm going to get, well, provided I make the dodge, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But if I make the dodge, I'm going to get a 2 die blitz on this guy. Which I think, the way things have gone, that's a pretty good scenario for me, all things considered. But otherwise, we're just going to stand guys up. There's not really another option after this either. If I fail any part of this, or go down and turn over, I'm not going to be able to have to send anybody to the other side to help cover, because then he just potatoes in and it's game over. But this is the play. I'm just kind of happy that I get to attempt it at least. And look at that. Got a POW. Send it down the field, please. I have to move in too, don't I? No, actually, I stay back. Let's be safe. Yeah, he can kind of just pick it up again, but I could dodge out and move up 1. What are my other plays? He just dodges out. Oh, well, I have to reroll. Alright. You can it's still an easy pickup with this guy, but the difference is this guy has to eat so much more movement to do it as opposed to this guy, right? So he has to go 1, 2, 3. He has to use 4 of his 5 movement to get there and do it. So he doesn't get as much. Now I could try and move this guy out, which I guess is okay now. Alright, he made it, so that's good. Is this guy a legit scoring threat? Let's think about this for a second. If he stands this guy up, he just knocks him away, right? This guy blocks him away, right? Then this guy blitzes this guy, knocks me down, right? So then he could conceivably, if all that worked, then he could just use this guy to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 4 plus 3 plus to him. Yeah, so I can't actually dodge my guy out, but I will throw the block. And I am, I don't know. No, I shouldn't keep him free. I will push him back. I have to stay on him. Again, he's going to have to roll a lot of dice, but at some point you think he'd get some bad ones, but yeah, that's my salt. I think I've been pretty good for the salt this game. I tried a long time to hold it back, but it's starting to seep in a little bit. Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's a dead Chaos Warrior. Look how long I got. The game's going so well. And ripped the team. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, but at the same time, it's a game of risk management, right? And odds are, it's important to recognize the odds and realize that they eventually, you would think, it's very rarely a game just completely goes one way, right? That they never get a bad roll, that nothing ever goes wrong. He's pretty much had that so far, so it's not unreasonable to think that something's going to change. I believe that was my only warrior with SPP as well, which also sucks. Oh no, this guy got an MVP, I think. Alright. But still, he had 2 SPP. It's pretty sad. Again, he seems content to roll lots of dice. It's just not biting him very much, that's all. You would think it would at some point, but it's just not happening. So I'm just not getting that end of the game this time around. I've still got a blitz. It's just not as good now. It's another dodge GFI blitz, which I think is my only play. Because you can't actually, no, you can't actually get there. It's pretty imminent now he's going to score. If I can't get the ball off of him, he just scores. So I have to get it off of him. This is an easy two. Anything that you would use my reroll is not worth it. Which is everything else that I could do. So even though I usually say I take a minute, I think this turn's pretty clear. I don't think there's any other play I can do other than just try and attempt to blitz. Nothing else makes sense. So we're just going to try. And if I can't get the ball loose, it's GG. Alright, I did get it loose. I am going to mark. Oh, I got an armor break as well. That's it's helpful. Means he won't have him again until turn 16. Means he's going to have to score with a rotter. Which should be this guy. This guy just 2-dies me. See, I was thinking about dodging to the rotter. But he'll just blitz me with this guy, right? So how do I prevent that? This guy has to come down. This is not terrible. Now I can just punch this guy. Oh, can't re-roll that. Can't re-roll that, unfortunately. Maybe the dodge was better. I could pick up a rotter. But if I'm going to do that, I should pick up both, right? So let's see if I make the dodge. Yeah, timing matters a lot. Timing matters. I went for it. I went for it because I realized this is not a GFI, so I can get in here with these two. And then this just, I guess we go this way. In the forward thinking that maybe, maybe he's a scoring threat later. I don't know. The dodge here to here might have been better. To tie up a rotter, but yeah, no issues. You'd hope it would happen at some point. It just never happens at the key times, yeah. Well, he hasn't really had bad dice at bad times, even. Or when they weren't key times. He's had, like, end of the turn, like, both downs and stuff. But you can't even call that bad, really. Like, see here, this might matter if he would fail this one. He didn't, he rolled a 2. But that one might have mattered. Because then he wouldn't have what he wants over here near the ball. No, gets me again. There's no need to scatter. I would have followed that myself, just because you marked the ball, right? But I guess if you're just going to roll a 4, you don't have to worry about it. So he's going to go for the handoff, because he's got the reroll. He can't score, I don't think. Nope. So it's going to come down to whether or not this Chaos Warrior can blitz. Without a reroll. And it turns out my GFI didn't matter in the end because he just threw one block and got rid of me. Eh? Yeah, he should add anything that he can. If I have to roll more, that's good for him because I have no rerolls. I think his GFI is worth it at this point because it makes me do more work. No, but if we were going to go back and look at the dice log in this game, there's only like one glaring bad streak of dice, and that was when I was trying to pick up the ball in the first half. Oh, see? He just got it. That's GG, folks. That's GG. I don't have a play now. There's no other way to get at the ball except this guy. And what are we looking at? 5 plus, 4 plus, 3 plus, 2 plus. Wow, just right down the chain, eh? 5, 4, 3, 2. There's no other way to do this. Well, just for fun, it'd be nice to make the first dodge, but I guess we try. Nope. Hold on a second. Yeah, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it correct because we could push him to the sideline and maybe scatter at it. So that's the correct play. Wait, and if we do the correct play, hold on. Let's give ourselves a chance. Have that canoring threat ready. Tie these two rotters up. Alright, so we've got our canoring threat. We've got our tied up. And now we're going to go for the 5, 4, 3, 2, dead! Wow, he made the 5. And roll the 1 on the 4. Well, I think I played a pretty good game. It just feels bad that I couldn't get the win. I think I played better than my opponent. Wow, this is greedy. This is BM. This is why he's 1-0-3, by the way. That was his record coming into this. Because you just take the win, right? Why would you risk that? I mean, sure, you get SPP on a better piece, but maybe he's building a kill team, though, I guess. I suppose that's possible. Wow. For all the value I got of my wizard, I should have got a babe. I'm gonna be the optimist. We're gonna hope for a riot. Wow, my KO rolls were horrible. I think a babe would have got that one up. Wow, did he just leave the room? That's kind of a dick move. And just a little salt in the wound. Alright, dude. Have a good one. Thanks for chatting, and thanks for the follow. Whoops. What did that just do? Let's celebrate your follow one more time. Boom. And yeah, now I'm a little angry. Now I'm a little tilted. I tried to stay in the whole mindfulness thing, but kind of BM'd me a little bit there at the end. Blitz makes me salty. Apparently it makes my guys salty too. Well, I got a new 2 SPP. Warrior! Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Pestigore. Can I level off of you? Hey, hey. Maybe. No. Did I get a reroll? I didn't. Alright, just foul him. Nada, eh? Ho ho! Something for a little reverse BM there, but we didn't get it. Just got beaten. I think the better player lost that one. But that's gonna happen in Blood Bowl. Wow, lots of winnings too. Awesome. Of course I had to roll low enough not to be able to replace the Warrior. And of course Beastman MVP. I had more armor breaks, but you wouldn't know it. Because his removals were insane. 6 removals on 8 armor breaks. 75%. Tough to beat a team when they get 75% removal off armor breaks. And I had close to 50. I had like 45-ish or something. Whatever, it was 9 and 2, 11. Yeah, like 44% or something. Yeah. Feels bad. But that's it for Mindfulness. Mindfulness. Blood Bowl. I almost got through the whole game without being salty, but I just got a little salty at the end. Better luck tomorrow, I guess. Anyway, I am Duran, and namaste.